Hey, welcome in and welcome back to episode 64 of the Decades Challenge. Last week we had twins, Nancy and Gary, so that's going to be our main focus for today. We also did change Mara from a werewolf just back to a regular sim, and we were having an issue with her still having some werewolf traits, but I let it play through before I started and didn't seem to have any problems. So we'll see how that goes there. And then other than that, we'll just be working on promotions, really. So you can actually go ahead and put Gary back to sleep. And then you need to use the bathroom and get some leftovers. And then you can go to sleep. All right, I'm going to get Mara up. We're going to use the bathroom. Get some leftovers. Actually, we can just finish eating what Adam didn't for whatever reason. And then we can dance, and that'll hopefully make her feel a little bit better. The kids are still good for the time being. You don't want to dance? You can read. That's fair. And today's Armistice Day. So we get to just be thankful, and I think we have the day off. We just get to be thankful and tell stories and remember our family members. Oh, she does still have werewolf temperaments. All right, then, hold on. All right, so I have MC Command Center installed, and I went to change it and see, if it's still seeing her as a werewolf, and it's not. So that's good. And then I also have UI extension on, so I just, clicked out of it. So hopefully that should work for us. But let's go ahead and feed Nancy. Okay, never mind. Adam, the great father, is already taking care of her. Can you feed her, though? Is that what you're doing? Do I not even need to tell you? Okay. And then Mara. We just need to make some drinks, so we'll just do the cheap ones like last time. We'll do the sparkling water. I do wish we could just practice. I don't know why we have to actually make the drinks. I'm sorry that I complain a lot. Okay. We only had to do it 3 times, so, that's good. All right, and then let's actually serve some breakfast. We'll just do fruit salad because, again, only 1 hot meal a day, and I'm just not even going to bother with it. All right, the kid's still good. Gary is hungry. So why don't we... Look at him! Look at this father! I don't even have to watch them. They just handle it themselves. You can put him back to bed, though, and then take a bath, and then grab a serving. And then what do you need for your promotion? 1 more breakthrough, which you're super close to. There we go. So they're both technically ready for promotions. I think I'll have Adam work on woodworking today. Any new furniture we can do? Nah, we'll just do the dining table. And then Mara, if you want to come take care of the plants... We'll just sell everything. And then do we need to actually, water them or anything? No, I think they're good. All right, very cool. So we've got 2,000. Are there any tables that we can actually sell? Yeah, we got 1. Maybe we can get some new furniture in here today. You want to craft the furniture? Mara can handle the babies. It's all good. They're fine anyway. Although, you could technically feed Nancy. Oh, don't be angry. Oh, unfulfilled dreams. I'm sorry. All right, let's see what we can do for, I think maybe this area, because this will be the sitting area. I would love a fireplace. We can put the bar over here. And then a fireplace, and he can make it fireproof. Now, what kind of fireplace do we want? That one is so pretty. I love that one. That is a base game fireplace. All right, so we've got that. And then what can we do for a couch? We're in the 40s now. So I feel like we could start having some more fun furniture. All right, I just looked it up. And it's pretty much couches like this. So that's really nice. I wanted to do sitting chairs in here, though. I like that. Ooh, actually, I really like that. That's very classy. And then, like, maybe a dining table? Or a coffee table, I mean. Something small, probably. Actually, that is beautiful. All right, we've got 1,000. I don't want to overshadow the bills. So, we'll make some more things to sell. And then maybe we can add, like, a carpet or something. A rug, I mean. All right, go ahead and craft another one. And we'll sell the table. We've got 2,000. That was not very hard. So let's go ahead and put a rug in here. Oh, you know what? I'll have him do the fireplace. Because putting a rug next to the fireplace is like a terrible, terrible idea. Okay, so where is this one, but like the fancy one? Was that in... Yeah, there we go. Honestly, I love that. I think we should do maybe a darker floor in here. The white might just be like a little bit too bright. These rustic ones are pretty nice. Is it too sloppy, maybe? Oh, that one's actually nicer. I feel like I use that a lot. No, I like these rustic ones. There we go. It's a nice little bit of contrast. It was just a little bit too bright in here. All right, before you go to bed, actually, can you upgrade this? We need a plumbing part. Yeah, just one plumbing upgrade part. Where can we find that? Mara, do you have one? Common upgrade part. How do we not? Oh, we have one. We just need another. I'll let you go to bed. Hopefully nobody lights the fireplace. Mara, if you want to actually use the bathroom, and then you can get some leftovers. And then are Nancy and Gary good? Yeah, pretty much. All right, we'll see who gets up to help Nancy. I think both of them really need sleep right now. Let's get Adam up. Nancy, what's wrong, honey? Hungry? All right, let's feed you and then give you a bath. Aw, who'd Adam lose? Marley? Ooh, someone that he's related to, but I don't know who. All right, and then you can put Nancy back in her crib. And then what's wrong with Gary? A little bit hungry? All right, we can definitely help you. All right, put Nancy down. There you go. And then cancel Nancy's. And then we're going to feed him. Is he stinky? No, he's good. So you can put him in his crib. And then you can use the bathroom and get some leftovers. Okay, please don't wet yourself. Come use the bathroom. I mean, it doesn't really matter. Your hygiene's all the way down anyway. Okay. Stop. Ignore the babies. Please. Being too attentive. Use the bathroom. Thank you. And then get some leftovers. Gary needs to sleep, honestly. And work starts for Adam in an hour anyway. Why don't you soothe him to sleep? Because he is just having a time over there. Never mind, he put himself to sleep. You can take a bath and then clean that up. I know you guys are so sad. I'm so sorry. Armistice Day was not great for them. All right, and then go ahead and clean that up and throw it away. Adam should hopefully be getting a promotion today. Hopefully. If not, it's all right. We're making some decent money. Ooh, but the bills are here. 994. All right. We have that. We're going to serve lunch and we're going to do a BLT, actually. Not technically a hot meal. And the babies are starting to get hungry. Do you work today? Yeah, you work in 2 hours. I don't know if we're going to be able to feed the babies. They'll eat at daycare. I think they'll be all right. I hate to send them to daycare hungry. Oh, baby. Oh, that's sad. She was an elder, I knew. All right, no promotion for Adam, but that's totally fine. Go ahead and pick that up, and then we need to pay the bills. And then, how we doing? We're doing okay, but Gary could eat. Should go ahead and feed him. Oh, and it's almost their birthdays. Very nice. We'll have some toddlers. All right, Adam. And then you can go ahead and take care of your needs. Oh, you don't have to take him with you. You can put him back to sleep. And then you can get some leftovers. Not having any fun. We can repair this. We need a plumbing upgrade part. Which, I don't know why. Why would we need... a plumbing upgrade part for the fireplace. Oh, and we found one. Yes. All right, I know you're tired. Go ahead and fire guard that. And Mara was promoted to mixologist. She will now make an additional 9 simoleons per hour for a grand total of 35. And she got a bonus of 515 in the Umber kitchen sink. Wonderful. All right. Adam is super tired. You can go ahead and go to bed. Mara, you're okay. We need to feed Nancy. So go ahead and feed her. And then put her to sleep. And then let's use the bathroom. Get some leftovers, and then we can go to bed. I still don't know what I'm going to do with this downstairs area. I want to do like a couch and stuff here, but I don't know over here. Maybe just some decorative stuff. All right, let's get Adam up. We need to feed Gary. And then both of them could probably use a bath. Oh, okay. You're going to give Nancy a bath first. All right. But then you're going to feed Gary, right? Thank you. Very nice. All right. And then we'll give Gary a bath too. Work starts in an hour. Go ahead and get some leftovers then. Mara. Oh, Gary's sleeping. Okay. I was going to say Mara can give him a bath, but it's all good. And she's taking care of her plants, which is awesome. She enjoys doing that. She can actually evolve them. There we go. Very nice. Oh, and she's talking to them too. How sweet. What do we need to do for your promotion? Level 3 mixology skill. Okay, so you could actually just practice. And there we go. As simple as that. So she is technically ready for her next promotion. Oh, jeez. Okay, let's go ahead and get Nancy up. Mara, if you want to come feed her. And then put her back to bed, and then we'll go ahead and clean up all the bottles. Oh, she wants to go to the park. We can do that. That would be a nice family day. And then we can put the books away. And then we can empty the trash. Gary's fine. He just needs a bath. Let's get some leftovers first. No, eat your food. Gary will be okay. Eat your food. She's going to fight me on it. She's not going to eat it. You didn't even go for Gary. You picked up Nancy. Okay, stop. Feed Gary. And then you can give him a bath. Are you going to feed him? You just stare at him while he cries. Thank you. And now you've got to use the bathroom. All right, Adam is back. No promotion, but that's all right. Let's go ahead and take a bath. And then we will... Oh, you can salvage into parts. That's kind of crazy. Turn on Baroque, and then we can do some dancing. Let's get him in a better mood. And it's Nancy and Gary's birthday today, but we're just going to have to wait for them to age up on their own because we don't have an oven. He does not get much fun from dancing. What if you read something? Would that be more fun? He does enjoy reading a little bit more. All right, and then go ahead and get some leftovers. Everyone else is sleeping, otherwise I'd have you work on your social. Is everyone good? No, Nancy's starving. All right, we can go ahead and feed her and then put her to bed. And then hopefully they'll age up. And then we can have toddlers who can feed themselves. And since Mara's up, she's just out here talking to her plants. Why don't you two talk to each other? You don't even really love each other anymore, which is a shame. Maybe we could do some flirting. We got some good sentiments. Aw, they could become best friends. That would be sweet. We can talk about our relationship fears. No, not romantically reserved. And we can do some flirting. They don't really have the, flirtatious. That was really cute. They don't really have the flirtatious things, up front here. DNA sample. Oh, right. He's a scientist. I was like, hello? Also, the babies are getting phone calls. I don't know what's going on anymore. I just want them to have a better relationship. But also, no woohooing, because as far as I remember, You can't woohoo without intent to have a baby. At least at this point in history. All right, well, she's had enough of that. Why don't you go ahead and use the bathroom? You probably, I was going to say you need to go to bed. You got work in 6 hours. The babies still haven't aged up. Mara, you could probably sleep too. All right, Adam's up, which is good. He's going to go dance. The baby should be aging up anytime now. And he's probably going to get promoted today, so that's great. Here, why don't you get some leftovers? And Mara, I'd say you've gotten enough sleep. Why don't you use the bathroom and get some leftovers as well? Also, don't even play with me like this. It feels like it's been forever since they've been romantic. Literally, like, not even 6 hours ago. And tomorrow is Harvest Fest. I don't know if we're going to be celebrating. Nancy's hungry, but we need to be aging up soon. Go ahead and feed her. And Gary's starting to get hungry too, so we can feed him. Or bathe him. Whichever. Let's go ahead and get their beds ready, since they're about to age up. We'll do the same colors, pink and then the blue and red. And then, I guess some toys. Some blocks as always. And then we'll do a bear. There we go. So you guys are all ready to age up. When they're older, I'll put them in separate rooms. Here, why don't you clean that up and throw that away. And repair the sink. And then we can go upstairs and feed Gary. There we go. And Mara doesn't have work for 2 days. So I will just let her do whatever she wants for the time being. Ooh. Promoted to ufologist. He will now make an additional 33 simoleons per hour for a grand total of 112. He received 576 as a bonus, the cautionary tailed door, and an X180 shatterproof window, whatever that is. Let's see what we got. I don't see anything. Is this the same sink? What's better? This is hygiene 4, and this is hygiene 5, so yeah. Let's use this one instead. All right, well, he needs 2 more breakthroughs for his next promotion. Why don't you go ahead and read something, since that helps. And then you can get some leftovers. I, really feel like these babies are not going to age up. They've been ready. Mara's taken herself to bed. Nancy is super hungry. So let's go ahead and feed her. There we go. Okay, I was wondering. All right, so Nancy is angelic. And we're waiting on Gary. Nancy's super cute, though. Let's look at her. Aww. She looks a lot like Adam. Here, let's pick Gary up. And maybe he'll age up too. If we put him down. If not, I could do it, but, you know. Ah, there we go. Cool. And he is fussy. Let's look at him. Oh, he looks like Mara. He's too cute. What a unique little face. Wow, so they each look like a parent. Wow, cute. All right. Well, I think that's where we're going to go ahead and end it for today. So thank you so much for watching. If you'd like to stay up to date on my future videos, don't forget to subscribe. And I hope you have a perfect day.